Okay.
March 1st. On Monday?
We really request as soon as possible, counsel. We're not lawyers, and we have approached this subject with staff, and we have not received any feedback to them until here today.
March 1st.
You delayed the hearing originally on September. We are in a delay of a, I'm not going to argue the point. Counsel, we will take March 1st. We thank you very much for listening to the community.
It's March 1st on a Thursday?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, they'll take March,
So
Ms.
moved.
Carter, they'll take March 1st. Is that
You said
okay?
March 1st at 1:30?
We say we can do it in a day. Mr. Wells, the day or night? Would you rather have it?
Night, so I can bring the homeowners.
Okay, night.
Night.
I would like to clarify for
We
the
don't have a
record,
night meeting.
Oh, we don't have,
if I might.
Counsel, I'm sorry. Madam Clerk, was there a motion and a second
no,
on
we
that?
haven't made it yet.
No,
We're trying to get the date straight. It says it's not a night meeting
There
that
is not a
night.
night meeting on March 1st. The night meeting is March 8th.
March 8th
Any
and
day?
March 22nd are the night.
Mr. Wells saying the day will be fine then. March 1st on the day.
I'm not sure when, well, whatever.
March 1st during the
March
day?
1st during the day.
During the day.
Madam Chair?
Yes.
1:30.
Kathy,
I just wanted to be clear for the record, the notice that Mr. Wells referenced originally was done by the Planning Commission. They're the ones that actually affect notice in this. It was not a default on the part of the city. And in fact, by their legal representation, the notice that was done did meet the minimum standards. The letter that will be going out for the new hearing will come from our office. It will be sent regular mail, and it will notice them of the hearing itself. If you are asking for me to add maps and other documentation with it, it could become very costly with the additional weight of the documents themselves. I'll take your direction. Like I said, it's going to cost approximately $1,300 just to do the regular mailing. I calculated out if I had to do certificate of mailing, it could be $4,000, and if I add weight to that, it could be between $3,000 and $5,000 to do notice. There are approximately 3,100 people to do notice. I'll do pretty much whatever you
Will
ask.
these be
whatever
new
you
maps or
direct
the
me.
same? You'll have maps already, Mr. Wells?
Without getting into the merits of the case, I mean, the issue
Yeah, we
is
want
that the
this-
language that we're going to be bringing before you does not trigger a map amendment,
I would say we
does
don't
not
need
trigger a rezoning, and does not trigger changes to Chapter 27. It is strictly changes to two policies, essentially, in the comprehensive plan.
So you won't need to mail maps out, just to notice, let them know when the meeting's
Just a
coming.
notice.
Just a notice then. Okay. Mr. Dankler, you finished?
I have concern about a daytime meeting, just because I think that this has been such a high-profile issue that I think we should schedule a meeting that would encourage folks to attend. So I think the March 8th in the evening would be better, just because it would be an evening meeting. But I'm flexible either way. The one thing I wanted to say, especially with Ms. Coyle up at the podium, is the amount of work that staff has put into this has been tremendous, and they've worked their tail off. I think the city has been very, very responsive to the community's concerns, and I know that sometimes it's we all hit disappointments as we work on these things, but I want to commend you, Kathy, and your staff for all the work you've put into this, so, regardless of where we end up on it.
I did want to clarify for the record, I just agreed with Mr. Wells. I had planned on putting the web link on the letter as well, because we do have this information posted on our website, so people can access the documents directly as a PDF document.
Ms. Alcina?
Thank you. I might suggest, because this is an important issue that people have weighed in on heavily, that we schedule it for the 1st in the evening, separate from an evening where we have zonings, to allow the public to participate easily, and so that we don't put the people who come for rezonings off while we discuss this.
On which day?
What day you saying?
I suggested March 1st. It's a Thursday when we currently don't have an evening
That's when we're
meeting.
meeting, March 1st.
No. I'm suggesting in the evening. We don't have an evening meeting scheduled.
At 5:01 is,
I'm suggesting to make it easier for the public to participate and to not then put our zoning meeting on the 8th up and, make us.
so are you saying 5:01 or 6 o'clock, or 5:30?
Whatever's
What time?
more convenient
What's
for other
convenient,
council
Mr.
members.
Wells? 5:01 or 5:30 or 6 o'clock?
5:30 is excellent, and Councilwoman Salcina, thank you very much for seeing to the needs of the homeowners. We knew when we came to council you'd listen to us, and we really appreciate it.
Okay, so we're gonna set it for March the 1st at 5:30.
She doesn't have any opposition, so it's okay.
We're glad we get you one more time, Mrs. Alvarez.
Sorry. Thank you anyway.
Yeah, Kathy, you just said that what you're proposing is really rather anticlimactic at this point, it sounds like.
I'm
Just-
hoping.
Yes.
I've been working directly with several people in the audience, including Mr. Wells and Mr. Diaco, and they have the draft of the latest revisions.
Okay, I'm okay with a special meeting. It sounds like it
Okay.
won't go until all hours of the night. But Kathy, once we have that hearing, will that finally resolve the abatement issue that we brought back last week?
Well, keep in mind, all this is a transmittal hearing. This is just your vote to transmit to the state. Then the state will submit their report back to you, the ORC report of whether or not it meets the state statutes and their guidelines. And then we'll come back before you for the adoption proceedings.
Is it going to take zoning conformance as well?
No.
No zoning
No.
conformance?
I don't plan through these changes to change as I said, the land use map. So the land use designations that are there will remain the same. The zoning designations will remain the same, and there will be no text changes to Chapter 27.
Okay. All right, we have a motion, a second, to continue item number 9 until, you want to say, until March the 1st at 5:30 p.m. Also,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
It's actually requesting the legal department to prepare a resolution
Resolution.
to set the public
So
hearing for
moved.
March 1st
Second.
at
Okay.
5:01 or
5:30. 5:30. All in favor of that
Need a
motion?
second?
I'll second, and I want to say that I think it's a great idea to give the community an opportunity. Linda, I think it's a good point. Give a community an opportunity, hold it at night, give them an opportunity to come down here at night and give us their opinion. Hopefully, we've done such a good job of responding to the community's concerns. There will be a short and sweet meeting, and we'll move on.
Okay, we have a motion, a second. All in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay.
And that'll be on next week's
It would have to
consent
be on next
docket?
week's.
Yes, the resolution will be on next week's agenda. Okay.
Madam Chairman,
Yes.
the City Council has the option of taking number 43, the ordinance extending the abatement now, or taking it in regular order.
43.
43.
We have to do it now while they're here.
We'll do it now.
John McCurchie, Legal Department. This time I'd like to pass out a revised ordinance.
Thanks for organizing. I also wanted to thank Mr. Orgate for joining us throughout this odyssey. This is not just about Mr. Wells, who's doing a great job, but also the Interbay Neighborhood Association, which is a new neighborhood association. We appreciate your participation as well.
This is an extension only of the ordinances that's been in effect throughout this process. The only difference is that we've made the abatement inapplicable to single-family residential and multifamily residential of 6 acres or less. So that is a lesser restriction than existed in the previous versions of the abatement ordinances.
Good idea.
And
Good.
this is for first reading only.
Okay. Want to read it now?
Do we need to hear from the
Do we
public?
have to
We have,
close the...
we haven't opened it. It's a continue. Okay, we don't have to close, but see, if anyone in the public want to speak on item number 43.
Move to close.
No, if somebody wants to speak. Do we close it or not? Yeah, after they speak.
Council, well, people do thank you often, but I just want to thank you for listening to Ballast Point Interbay Neighborhoods and exempting the single family, which we stake our claim on, zoning and land use. Thank you very much, all of you.
Glad to do it.
Anyone else like to speak?
Move to close.
Second.
Have a motion and second to close. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay, Ms. Alvarez.
Moving ordinance amending ordinance number 2005-215 as amended, which placed an abatement upon the acceptance and/or processing of applications for rezoning special